Coming up on Help, I Sexted My Boss.
We're getting nostalgic about your childhood memories.
And there's more of your Spotted D. Hello and welcome to our Friday episode, where we see how much extra content we can squeeze into your week. Random things that...
As long as we're squeezing in.
Random things that have been sent in and extra bits that have been going on. And how our advice went down with you, our wonderful G and Divas.
You all right?
Yeah, how are you?
Yes, I'm all right. Did you see there's been uproar in Milton Keynes, that my favourite city of them all?
Yes.
Because there was an advert advertising Go to Milton Keynes, but they filmed it in Glasgow. Which, to be fair, is not even next door to Milton Keynes. That's quite some way away.
What?
Have you been to Milton Keynes?
Surely they didn't film it in Glasgow.
They
probably
filmed it?
No.
No.
They just took a bit of Glasgow.
No. The entire, it hit the news. The entire advert was filmed in Glasgow against the sort of the Georgian architecture.
Who decides?
Milton Keynes is a
people?
city that was built in the 60s and 70s.
Again, there's going to be a load of PRs going, that's a good idea.
And supposedly they were advertising the brands that you can buy in Milton Keynes, not Milton Keynes. But people are talking for all the wrong reasons. And ITV News did a whole report. This is how I saw it first, because it flashed up that people were outraged, saying they should have used old adverts for Milton Keynes to show Milton Keynes. But ITV News, you missed out on the greatest advert for Milton Keynes of all time, one that we have talked about at great length on our podcast before. For those new to it, let me introduce you to the orchestral movements of Ronnie Bond.
Seen anywhere like it. Central Milton Keynes. You've never been anywhere like it. Central Milton Keynes. You've never seen shopping as it should be until you've been to Central Milton Keynes.
It's lovely. That's a proper advert for Milton Keynes.
It was only like built in the 70s or something, Milton
Yes.
Keynes, or the 60s or something.
Lots
like
of
that.
roundabouts.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just for the Milton Keynes, advertising board, if you need us to re-sing it, let us know. We can do an update, couldn't we?
Mm-hmm. Central
Milton Keynes.
Let's crash on. What have we got this week?
Right, well, after you spoke about your love for retro
Oh, I
wrestling...
can't stop watching it, and I'm watching that Vince McMahon doc on Netflix. So good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You spoke about it in our Help My...
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Right. Well, you spoke about all of this and Help My Fart cleared the building. We asked our G&Divas for things that made them feel nostalgic about their childhood. Many of them suggested toys. For Zoe, it's Polly Pockets. Mm-hmm. Did you ever play with a Polly Pocket?
I did, believe it or not.
Yeah, I can believe it. And Maddie suggested Tamagotchi.
They've made a comeback.
They have.
I've got one. One got sent in to me at work.
Did they?
Yeah. Mm.
Well, okay. Izzy, not Vizzy Izzy, remembers the Velcro pads you'd wear on your hand whilst catching a tennis ball.
That was such a class game. I used to play that with my grandma.
I didn't send it in.
Don't look at Izzy.
I know,
She
I'm
didn't
just
send
say-
it in.
I'm just saying. Can we get some? I'm going on holiday after this. I might take them with me. There were hours of fun, and you'd catch. Oh, class! What were they called then?
Velcro ball game or something like that. Jordan's now going to try and find it.
Do you remember the bowls as well? Put it on my to-do list. I'm going to buy one from the airport.
Bulls?
Yeah, do you remember the balls, the kid ones that come in like red and yellow balls, and you played them?
Yeah, we played bulls in
they were
France.
good
Yeah, it's
balls.
very nice. Lots of our G&Divas mentioned the TV shows of their childhood. Hannah misses Saturday night television like OG Gladiators and Blind Date.
Well, Gladiators back on it. One of the biggest TV shows last year.
Yes, I know.
And
Yeah,
Blind...
but there's something about the nostalgic Gladiators I can see. And also sort of remembering where you were when you were a child and you didn't have a care in the world, that sort of thing. I liked the Generation Game.
Yeah. But it was Jim Davidson in our era. I used to love Big Break.
Yes.
It's only
A game, so put up a real big fight.
Jim's gonna be snookering you tonight.
Tonight.
They better let fame. I'm
Boom.
gonna be snookering you tonight. Big break. That fellow on that looked like Mr. Birdseye Fish Finger. What we call
John Virgo.
Yeah, Virgo. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway, Kirsten says it's Thundercats, Inspector Gadget, DuckTales. Let's not go down that again. And Captain Planet.
I won't go down DuckTales, but Inspector Gadget.
Oh, yeah. And
And
didn't 5 cover that? They I think for the film, 5 did the theme tune, which is very odd. Jill gets nostalgic thinking about watching Bullseye in the front room with her family, and Stephanie misses starting her mornings with Live and Kicking.
I was gutted. I had they're bringing Bullseye back.
Are they?
And I might have said to ITV.
Is Ryland doing
I
that?
said 2 years ago I'd love to do Bullseye.
Right.
Yeah, but no, Freddie Flintoff. Yeah, I'd love to have done Bullseye. What's that supposed to mean? I'd love
Freddie
to. Showbiz you'd
Flintoff.
like, showbiz you'd like. That kind of thing. That's what Jim Bowen did it.
Yes, I know. I loved Live and Kicking. You were SMTV.
I was
weren't you? Yeah,
SMTV all the way.
No, I was Live and Kicking. Only the BBC, because I couldn't get ITV.
Jamie Theakston and Zoe Ball. Was it?
Yeah, I was more in the era of Otis, he was called, Sarah Kaywood, and Trey, I believe, were the presenter. And Katie Hill.
Oh, off of Blue Peter.
Yes.
The best crossover episode. Does anyone remember this? Of Blue Peter was she was on Blue Peter, and then Katie designed her own cartoon and was on an episode of Dennis the Menace.
Oh, wow.
Does anyone else remember that? And it was class.
No.
Yeah. That Dennis the Menace theme tune.
Is that just a matter of
I
Art
can't
Attack?
believe you watched Live and Kick over SMTV.
I was online. My first piece of ever live TV was in the studio audience of Live and Kicking.
SMTV was next level.
No.
Imagine now screaming down the phone going, "You're thick, you're thick, you're thick, you're thick," to a load of kids. It's brilliant.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that would work now. Also, finally on this nostalgia moment, there were a lot of multiple foods that brought back memories. Laura remembers having birthday parties at McDonald's.
Chris Starr was talking about this on radio only this week.
And Josh has been reminiscing about the time when you could buy a Freddo for 5p.
With people like me who aren't economically educated, the only way I can keep up with inflation is through Freddos and Chomps.
Right.
And that really,
How much do I have to pay you for a chomp?
that really helps me. Because I'll go and shop, I'll be like, Chomps are 42p. They were 12p back in my day.
Well, that's inflation for you.
It is.
Moving on to our Spotted D segment, Carolyn spotted the D in a classic 500-piece jigsaw puzzle that she found in the wilds of middle-class suburban Glasgow. It's a painting of old Paris with a Debonnaire delivery van amongst the busy boulevards.
Nice.
Yes, that's nice. That's very sophisticated. Old logo, that. Very old logo. Natalie, a G&D diva from Hull, said that she was on holiday in Corfu and spotted some D in the wild. She says, we were in a little sports bar called Silver Knights where we spotted the familiar bottle. Given how the old bottle looks, we decided not to taste any of the vintage D because no one wants an upset tummy on holiday. Instead, she took a photo. Yeah, I would say, I mean, Debonnaire says keep it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And that is a very old branding
That's
bottle.
a very old bottle. And the thing is with Debonnaire is once you've opened it, you've probably got about 2 weeks.
2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks, I reckon. Maybe longer.
And Masha got in touch with another D-based cocktail we need to try called the French Kiss.
What was the other one again we had other week?
Oh, well, that wasn't Debonnaire. That was a Twisted... Oh, no, it was it?
It was Debonnaire
Twisted
and
Bentley.
brandy.
Yes, and
with-
Angostura bitters.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan, do you fancy a French Kiss?
Oh, go on then.
It's a Negroni of sorts with the wine notes of Debonnaire and dry vermouth, bringing an approachable softness. That's us. 1 measure of gin,
Yeah.
1 measure of Debonnaire, 1 measure of dry vermouth, a lemon twist to garnish, and we add all of the ingredients to a rocks glass filled with cubed ice, stir briefly, and garnish with a lemon
Be
twist.
bloody hammered after that.
Can we try that in a couple of weeks?
Yeah,
Thank
let's
you.
try that.
Not next week, because I have a sense it won't be ready in time, but maybe it'll be ready the week after. Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, we've got more of your emails, messages, and letters after these.
All right, then, let's go to some more responses, please, William Hanson.
This is from Jill Earle. Dear William and Jordan et al., I'm one of your senior listeners, age 71, from Pennsylvania. In a recent episode, you mentioned some confusion about why Chicago was called the Windy City. My mother was born and raised in Chicago and would tell stories of waiting at street corners for enough people to gather so they could link hands to cross the street. The wind was formidable enough to blow people off their feet if they didn't.
That's amazing.
So yes, the name comes from the literal gusty winds, although who knows with all the skyscrapers and climate change these days. Hope this clears things up. Well, look, I would say, yeah, Chicago it's semi-windy, and also the fact that you've got sort of like a grid system like New York means that, the wind will get funneled. But I do believe, and I will go to the grave on this, the original Windy City name comes from filibustering, not from the wind.
What's filibustering?
It's when the Chicago politicians would sort of, if they were trying to not get legislation through, would just sort of talk and talk and talk and talk.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm
sure it is a bit windy in Chicago. They might have windy days.
I've heard something like that. It's a brilliant city, Chicago.
Gorgeous, one of my favourites.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Neil has a lovely message for us, which starts, wow. Brace yourself. Dear William, Jordan, Diego, EPB, CES, Busy Izzy, Viral Freddy, AV Alex, Uncle Tom Cobley and all.
Who's Uncle Tom Cobley?
It does...
Who's he on?
Does the lighting.
You don't know Tom?
Don't know Tom?
He does the lighting.
He was here last
Winding
week.
me up, aren't you? Who's Tom?
Ginger guy, here last week.
Ginger Tom? Who's
You do
Ginger?
it every other week.
He winding me up?
No.
They've pretty much got everyone there. Me, you, Diego, EPB.
Adam.
Who says?
Says Chairman Emeritus Stewart.
Oh, Busy Izzy. It's Busy Izzy. Viral Freddy.
Adam, Social Joe.
AV Alex.
Self-shoot Alex. He's
So
actually
shoot
called.
your AV
You're
Adam.
the AV Adam. He's
Who's
combined two
Tom?
people.
Sorry, Tom. I've not met him.
You haven't met Uncle Tom Cobley. No. We're winding you up.
Is that like Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt?
Yes,
Like Joe Blogs, Tom Cobley.
exactly.
Is it like that?
You don't know it either. Uncle Tom Cobley and all. It's like
Was
a
he that
saying.
little fella that used to sell hay?
What? You used to sell hay?
Yeah, that book. I'm thinking of Rumpelstiltskin. Who's Tom Cobley?
Oh, don't worry. Maybe I'll do it for an etymology.
All right, I'll do it.
Anyway, it moves on. It's all about you, this.
Rumpelstiltskin.
I wanted to say a big thank you to the entire Sexter team, especially Jordan. After hearing you talk about your bliss hour, I've started to carve out my own.
I've got to tell you about Bliss Hour after this.
Once I've done the morning school run and dropped the wife at work, I take the dog for a walk, have some breakfast, and relax into the day. It's become a vital part of my routine. As someone who has ups and downs with mental health, both listening to the podcast and enjoying my bliss hour has been key in helping me stay positive. You sent me a photo of your bliss hour.
Yeah.
I just got, this is what a bliss hour
That's
looks
what
like.
I sent you a picture of
It was a
that.
disappearing photo. Why was it that?
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it disappearing? I don't know. I didn't.
Blinking, you miss it.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I sent it into the Capital WhatsApp group. And
Oh, I see.
About
Put it about a bit.
Talked about it on the radio the next day. It don't quite have the same.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we've got the time to talk about bliss hours here. You know, we can just expand upon it. Well, that's the whole point of saying, it's
A
breathable.
podcast is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
It's
that.
a different
I
type of
love me
conversation.
I've had two cracking bliss hours this week.
Jeez.
So what I did, right, is in my bliss hour this week, I sent you a picture because you were moithering me. So I'll text you back of my bliss hour. And
Excuse me, I wasn't even texting you.
Oh, was you not?
No.
Oh,
It just came out of the... It was a random, out of the blue, I haven't texted you, Jordan North message, which is why I remember it.
Oh, sorry.
You can count them
Anyway,
on one hand.
I had a bliss hour, so I got home, I had 2 slices of toast, found half a bag of Revels, I had a big mug of tea,
You're living life on the edge, aren't you?
lit my candle, I under a blanket on the settee, watched 2 episodes of Modern Family, then I went out to the shop,
Mm.
and one of those Charlie Bigham ready meals that you never get because they're usually about £9.
Mm.
Fucking lasagna.
Yeah.
So it were on yellow sticker.
Yeah.
So I got it.
Mm.
Thought I'd treat myself because it was yellow sticker. I've never had one before. And then got home and just had a Chicago Town pizza.
Well, what a waste of money. Because it's yellow sticker will be
No,
off
'cause I
tomorrow.
froze it.
Well, I don't think you meant to freeze yellow sticker.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Anyway, thank you for that, Neil. That was a really lovely message. And bliss hours are good for your mental health.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think they're much better. This one is from Andy in Bristol.
Who are?
Cheers, Drive. Dear William Jordan Ben, Chairman Emeritus Stewart and Izzy, whilst listening to Help I Scooped It into a Kebab Box, I couldn't help but think there's a simple solution for a non-flushing lavatory. Just pour a large container of water into the bowl and everything will go down. It'll save you the embarrassment of leaving a turd on your date's coffee table. Who knows? One bucket of water could be the key to getting a second date.
You can't just pour water down the toilet. It's got a flush on it.
Well, I don't think you only pour enough in that it doesn't flood. But I think it needs extra water, I think is the point that they're trying to make.
Oh, okay.
I'll try it. Well, I say I'll try it next time. It doesn't really happen. But if it ever does happen, I will try it. And this one is from an anonymous neighbour. Dear William Jordan and EPB, I've been calling my next door neighbour George with a J for over a year, even though his name is actually Jorge.
It's George with a J.
Okay. I first saw the correct spelling on a Christmas card last year, but I've been pronouncing it wrong ever since. Thanks to your correction and help my fart cleared the building, I realised my mistake. What's the etiquette for unintentionally mispronouncing someone's name for an entire year?
What did I call him last week? George.
George is what
Yeah,
you were saying.
and
And then
it
we said
is.
it's Jorge.
It's not Jorge.
Horge. Maybe it's Horge.
Ho. Sometimes the Spanish do sound like they just need to do a big greenie, don't they?
A big what?
What?
What's a is that phlegm?
Yeah. Just like,
That's the Dutch, isn't it?
Hoyo.
What?
Hello. It's like, do you want passing out back, you pal?
It's just like sitting here with Jose Mourinho, isn't it?
Can we maybe cut this? Because when I do move to Spain, they might decline my visit and play this clip.
I
years
don't
to
think
come.
they will.
I love
I
the
think they will.
Spanish. What the Spanish can't do with potato
Isn't worth knowing.
Thank you. If you want to get in touch about something that isn't a dilemma or problem, drop into our DMs or send us an email to help@sextedmyboss.com. We also love hearing back from the people we offer advice to. So if that's you, get back in touch and we'll speak to you on Tuesday.
Goodbye.